Welcome to Kalgoorlie's heart.
He takes a step towards the deeply unsettling royal of colours and sound that occupies the centre of the super pit. Where he walks, trails of light flicker around the outline of his footprints.
You know what I've come here to do. You brought those plans to me instead of the rebels. I reckon you're on my side, yeah? Here to help me see it through? Although, not to rain on your parade, but you really haven't done much of note, have you? Bit of a legend. You did take my advice and get citizenship. Silver's a lot to take, I know, when you're used to giving your own orders. But isn't it a relief, too, to be released from the shackles of responsibility? To know that whatever happens, it's not on you? I have to wonder, though. You know I expected to be having this conversation with our dear friend Mick, don't you? Then Connor had the breakdown of the century, and by the time Mick woke up... Honestly, I didn't expect a little thing like having to kill his own son would slow old gut wound down too much, but it seems to have had quite an effect. Unintended, sure, but that's down to randomness and luck. Do you really think anyone would have followed you otherwise? Now, have I convinced you the future is better off in my hands? Because, let's face it, you were kind of always on my side. Just continue the pattern, stand beside me, and let's walk together into Kalgoorlie. Preference noted. If anyone wants to leave now, I promise no retribution for the... Well, that was embarrassing. Anyone else?
I'm not throwing my life away for this.
Nice team you've got there. Real reliable. Oh, you're fucked, mate. You are so fucked. So, you want to call it quits? After I deal with you, I'm going to go and burn the rest of Brookton to the ground.
And just like that, the fate of Kalgoorlie was in your hands. Only one decision remained to be made. Would you go ahead with Gwengold's plan, leeching life and energy from everywhere beyond Meriden? Or would you decree it a path never to be taken and return control of the future of West Oz to the people who lived there, and not just in Kalgoorlie? The rush of power was intoxicating, thrilling, blinding, transcendent. Then it was over. Yet, as they hailed you as a hero, they didn't have much of a choice. With Kev dead and a populace that had been conditioned to obey, it was follow you or devolve into chaos. The people of Kalgoorlie chose obedience. Despite the change in leadership, surprisingly few of Kalgoorlie's plans were affected. The machinery of civilization being what it is, continuing processes begun long before you ever set foot inside Kalgoorlie's walls. With the device under their control, Kalgoorlie no longer needed to play at diplomacy. One day they simply burned a hole in the walls around Meriden, walked on in, and took the whole town without a fight. Now the flag that flies over the walls bears Kalgoorlie's emblem, and the city stands ever watchful as the last safe haven before travellers cross the irradiated wastes. Mick was killed in the battle to seize control of the town. There are whispered rumours that he escaped instead and is even now amassing an armed resistance. But hope lingers only in the hearts of those who haven't seen what now lies beyond Meriden's walls. The desert winds blows through Southern Cross in an ever-present wail. The device disassembled, the underground compression system drained. Nothing more exists here for any human who might dare to breach its walls. One mighty bronze door stands askew, reverberating with the susurrus of scouring sand that will one day leave the metal as smooth and featureless as a beloved mirror. The exclusion zone caused an influx of magical energies that surged through Kalgoorlie and caused a perfect renaissance. Philosophy and human endeavour flourished, and the plan to bring Kalgoorlie onto the stage as a key player in the New World Order seemed like a foregone conclusion. That is, until the magic energies started failing and, overnight, everything that held the city together crumbled into dust. Surrounded by hundreds of kilometres of impassable terrain created by their own hubris, the citizens of Kalgoorlie descended into chaos and barbarism. The last of them finally succumbed to starvation, and now the city lies silent, save for the steady drone of the wind circling the pit as though mourning a lover it dares not approach.